That's the one where it's different to everything else. So that was the one from Thailand. So that's, don't know what it is. We'll find out when it, and it's got some little flower heads on. I nipped the flower heads off, but more's cool.
Is it supposed to be a tomato, like?
Chili. It came in the Thai chilies, but it's got a different leaf than them. Look. So I don't know what it is.
Anybody knows?
That's it. We will find out when they...
I suppose.
Thingy.
When the thingy.
Hello. I've just finished work. I had yesterday off, which I spent in the house catching up with housework. So today I'm back at the plot, me and Davey here. So if my voice sounds funny, I think I've got a bit of hay fever. I've got a sore throat and my eyes are runny. But I'm going to show you around the greenhouse. They're French beans, which they haven't come up. But this is that box of bigger peas, you know, that you buy to cook with. 2 allotment here said they grow, and they do. Steepy peas, they grow, so you can plant them, and I've got some more here which are coming up. Courgettes haven't. Sunflowers are looking canny. Crimson Crush tomatoes, celery, lettuce. I don't know what that is. Oh, parsley, plain leaf parsley. Sunflowers. They're all sunflowers. That's Brussels sprouts, kale, Savoy cabbage, collie, cosmos flowers. I think they're leeks. I think they are. More flowers and salad and French beans, and that's flowers. In here I've got me corn. That's come up. And this one's a different variety that hasn't come up yet, but that was done a little bit later. Basil, and these are me pumpkins, jack-o'-lantern, and summer squash have just started to come up, so they've all come up. And here I've got, I think they're more bigger peas. They haven't come up. They might not be bigger peas, I don't know. Spring onions, some radish. Someone said about putting radish in a tray, which I've done, and they're grown. I've thinned them out, but I'm going to thin them out a bit more. They're chard, and this is cucumber. I have got cucumber at home, which is germinated. I think it's a bit too cold for them, so yeah. And there's me potatoes. They're all coming on canny, and I do have peas in there.
Good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is. Come out to the plot today, get a few little bits done. I'm still a little bit exhausted. I think we're both a bit worse for wear this week. But Debbie's getting some sort of cold, or is it hay fever?
It's hay fever.
Hay fever, so you know, she couldn't get out of bed this morning, and I'm still a little bit off it because that job I did the other day now, I think that exhausted us. I've had about 3 days since I did that. I'm back over here. I'm going to take it easy the day we both are, because we would have felt a bit, but still willing to carry on and fight the good fight. The weather's not grand, but it's a little bit windy, but it's sunny enough to get over here and get something done. Don't know what we're going to do yet, but anyhow, I'm going to turn you over because Debbie's fun. I'll tell you a little story. My son works at a local recycling place, and there's always stuff coming in, and this guy came up to him about a year ago, wasn't it, Deb? And he brought this box of, like, what is it?
I don't
feed?
Even know.
It's like garden feed stuff.
You give it to him, he says.
I'm going to show you it now. And we just sat in, it's just sat in this box in the shed for all this time. But I'll show you what we've got, and we don't know what it is.
I've tried Googling it to
Aye.
see what it's for.
Doesn't come up much in the Google. Right, I'll turn you around. If anybody knows what this kind of thing is.
I'll show, because there's all
Really?
different ones.
Right, go on then.
There's hydrofuel.
Right, show it to the camera. Hydrofuel Bloy, or whatever that says. Wholesale. Maximum A bloom. Now, I ain't got a clue. I think it's foreign writing on the back, isn't it? Some of them.
It is. It's our directions for use. A ready-to-use nutrient solution is made by diluting A and B counterparts. See,
Right.
it's a sample. The sample.
Right, show that one is real. Is that the same? That's A and B. Right, so that green bottle was A, this is B. Now you've got to mix these two together. That's what I'm getting. But what do you do with it? Hydrofuel, and where would you put it? Now if anybody in the comments knows
There's this and
what that could be, and I'll try and get my camera down there so you can see them both.
There's different ones here as well.
And there's like different
the
ones.
samples, you see.
Ah, right, massive bloom formation. Samples. Finisher. Ah, right, okay. Any more?
There is. That's a green one with that on, and that's
There's a black one with that on. I'd love to know what to do with them.
If they're
Are there any?
useful or not?
Aye. Are there any good? They might have gone out of date. We'll never know, because it's like I say, it's foreign writing on the back.
I don't think they have
And,
dates.
and they don't have dates on, no. Anyhow, we've got a big box of it, as you can see, and it'd be a shame if we couldn't get any use out of it. So,
Been stuck under there since
for about a year or two, actually. So, aye, that would help if anybody could tell us anything about that stuff. Right, we've gone round for a little walk around. Not much has changed in the last few days I was here, but I have noticed the plum tree seems to have come back to life. I'll turn you around. Now, there was nothing on that tree last week, and now all of a sudden we've got growth. There's a few buds appearing as well. Now the plum tree, if you were watching 6 months ago, it looked forlorn, it looked dead. We had to cut it right down in the January. I'm saying 6 months ago, it wasn't even that, was it? And we thought it was dead. There all this bullet hole stuff all over the leaves, but the leaves have come back and it's looking rather beautiful. Now this plum tree has rewarded us many times, hasn't it, Debbie?
What's that?
The plum tree's been good to us, like.
A lot of nice jam or that.
Aye, and I hope it comes back, because it is a beautiful tree and we do get some excellent fruit off it. Not much to report doing the bottom end. Still the bottom end. Nothing will be gone in that until Debbie's pumpkins gone in. When do you put them in? September?
No, they're gone in as soon as this night warms up.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, I don't know these things. The tree that won't die, still won't die. We're getting some foliage on that. Some lovely blue things in the old wild bush there. I don't know what them are. Aye. What we're going to do today, we're going to bring some compost over and fill these top beds, Debbie says. Top them off. Isn't that what you say, Deb?
Aye. How many did you get?
I got 6.
I'll not be able to do these two with 6.
Just lay on the bed?
Right, I've had done me 7 days of work. I had day off yesterday. I've come here today. I didn't know what I was going to do, and I've just found these in my shed. So this is that alpaca. Well, that's cardboard. They say you can just plant straight into alpaca poo. It doesn't need to rot. It's different to cow, horse, and pig manure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these tatties in here and then top the bed off and see if that works. So they say it doesn't need to be rotted. Right, that's one bed done. This is where it's going to get expensive. I've put 4 bags in there, which was a £5 a bag. That was 20 quid, so £20 a bed. It's going to take more for that bottom one because it's deeper, but I've decided I'm going to put the leaves out of that compost area. I'm going to fill it up with leaves and the rest of that muck in there, and then top it off with like 4 bags. So I'm working out it's going to come to about £20 a bed, 20, 40, that's 60. That's like 20, 40, 120 quid for these. Maybe it's a little bit less if I can get some compost or something. I'm trying to do it on the cheap, but I know I'm not going to be able to, not when I'm doing raised beds. So I'm going to fill them bottom 2 up as much as I can with what I've got there and just put 3 or 4 bags in. I mean, that's not too bad. And then every year I'll just top off with a couple. So anyway, that's one done. I haven't got enough to do. How many bags have I got in there, Davy? 2. All right. I've got enough to do 1 more bed. But then that would leave us no compost if I want to sow seeds. So I'm not going to fill them up just yet. That just chucked them, be just chucked and left on there.
Oh, these?
Yeah, yeah. So.
Right, folks. Spend how much on that bed?
20 quid.
£20 to fill that bed up. We'll not get £20 worth of veg out of it.
But we'll get oodles and oodles of fun.
Of love.
Aye, love. Grown with love. Well,
The funny old game, the gardeners. The gardening game.
how much have you spent on guitars?
That's not the point.
Uh-huh. It's about the fun, Davy. No. This is, here's a point. No. Here's a very, very valid point. And this is what I always say about what gardens are. And I think gardeners will agree with this. Not all, but maybe. We don't go out to pubs and out and about spending money. People that don't have allotments, I think I've mentioned it before, my friends go shopping, sitting in beer gardens all afternoon. We don't do that. So we save money by not doing that. So it justifies spending money for the compost.
Right.
Doesn't it?
Most of the people around, it's a Saturday today, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Most people will be starting the pubs out. I mean, Newcastle's playing the day.
They'll spend 100 quid there.
Aye. It's bar just along from where we live, just along there. And it'll be absolutely packed to the rafters now. You kind of get a pint for less than 5 quid. And usually I'm paying £5 for any pint like. So this is the whole reason for this. And I do get Debbie's point. It doesn't matter how much you spend on your garden, it's still a lot cheaper than going out there and for an afternoon, you know. That's our logic anyway.
I once went out with my friends to Durham, remember?
Right.
I went from 3 till 9, and when I got home, I'd spent £100, and I only got a chicken kebab. It was all alcoholic drinks. It was ridiculous. And that's when I said, never again, I'm not going out to Durham on an afternoon. £100. So 120 quid to fill these, isn't it?
I know. That's how you've got to think of things, you know.
We spend every day here on like our days off. So it's justified.
It's not actually what you get out of the bed. That's happenstance. If you get anything out of it, it's the joy of what the bed brings you, you know. Debbie likes to put her plants in and then she'll nurture them and watch them grow.
Watch carrot
Over the months. Over the months till September. And then, so when you think about it on that logic, you're getting a few months, you're getting a whole summer out of 20 quid.
I know lasses that go out every weekend and spend 100
easy.
to £200 every weekend. I know we spend that ever.
No.
So,
and this is why we can do Thailand, folks, because we don't go to pubs, we don't eat out, we don't drink out, we just come here.
Just on an occasion, if the weather's bad, which is
it has to be
we'll sit in
an
the
occasion
house and have a drink instead.
Exactly, put the fire on. box of tins, 12 quid.
On that note.
So you are justified, Pet.
I knew that would come in handy for something.
Aye.
Shift that wood. I'm going to get this stream. Davey's going off to watch the football. And last night I wouldn't care. I was watching Ali of My Rusty Garden. And I think she was on about March. What is it? Wreck Your Back month or something. She said, watch your back. And I'm normally good at things like that. But I pulled the bag up and it just went. And I thought, oh, I've hurt me back. So, but I'm finding if I sit down, it's worse. So I'm going to just keep moving, but being careful. Because I think with backs, you've got to be careful. It's muscular. I know it's muscular. If you sit, it gets worse. Keep moving, but just be careful, which is what I'm doing. I'm taking these big bits out, them big lumps. They'll go in that bottom bed. I'm going to give this a bit of a hoe. Davey's obviously going to watch the football. I've just put it on. I haven't had the camera on. I just wanted a bit of peace and quiet and tranquility. I haven't done much. I've just sat and walked around and done a bit of weeding here and there. But I've never had to plant these since I first got the allotment. Nasturtiums. Because they keep coming back and come back and come back. On that bed I had loads. But obviously since I've put the raised beds in and covered it all, they're not going to come. So I've bought a packet, so I'm going to sow these because I love these. They're lovely. I think you get 25 in a packet. I'm going to plant some here in a tray, but I'm just going to dot them around the allotment. No. Got to have these in an allotment. These flowers need pricking out. Don't know if you can see them. There's not many of them. One's germinated there. Zinnias, I've got 3. And I think that's actually a bit of grass. I don't think that's one of them. Rudbeckia, I don't think that is. What are you doing, Pet?
Just fixing me log cabin up a bit.
That needs a new window.
There's a...
It looks like there's been smoking woodbine in there. Right, are we going home for tea? We've got a beef casserole in the oven. Not in the oven. Slow cooker. I've got a bad back.
I've got bad arm. We've gone through the wars here for this allotment. I'm so pleased we've built it and it's done now, because if I walked into it this year the way it looked last year, I'd have walked straight back out, locked the gate and said give it to somebody else. But
I wouldn't have let you.
all that work's done now.
It's done now and we're all ready. We've actually got seeds sown and we're starving though, aren't we? We're gone, yeah.
I'm not starving, I've just had something to eat.
We're sitting watching the football.
Aye. I had a cherry bakewell and a cheese sandwich with a nice cup of tea.
I'm starving. So, there we go, folks. All my sewings. See you in the next one.
Yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, share.
I'm not well.
I'll see you in the next one. Get your paracetamol in.